What's there behind you? Nothing. Just fragments and pieces of the old you. A version that couldn't hold the weight. You think there's something to gain by looking back? You're wrong. The past isn't a sanctuary, it's a prison. It's the place that trapped you in chains of what-ifs and could-have-beens. Look back for what? To see those who left. To remember those who doubted. To feel the sting of betrayal again. There's nothing but ghosts and shadows back there. Every time you glance over your shoulder, you waste a second. A breath. A heartbeat. Time you don't get back. Time that could have been spent pushing forward, crushing through the barriers. You want to pause and dwell on the mistakes, on the regrets. It's a luxury you can't afford. The world isn't slowing down for your pity party. It's moving, cold and ruthless, and it's leaving you behind while you try to pick up the broken pieces. You owe yourself better than this. You owe yourself the chance to be more than the sum of your scars. Let them ache. Let them remind you of the fire, but don't let them drag you into the abyss. Every wound is just a mark. A lesson paid in blood. And you've paid enough. More than enough. They'll tell you to forgive and forget. It is part of healing. But forgiveness isn't for the weak. And forgetting, it's a lie they feed you to dull your edge. You don't need to forgive them or yourself. You need to remember exactly how it felt when they left you in the dark. When they made you doubt your own worth. But not to dwell. To fuel the rage that keeps you moving forward. Forward. That's the only direction. You don't need a map. You don't need a plan. You need momentum. You need that fire burning inside. The one that turns hesitation into resolve, fear into power. Look back. For what? To see the faces that laughed, that smirked, that doubted. They don't matter. Not now. Not ever. Their voices are drowned out by the sound of your steps. Heavy and deliberate, moving further and further away from the person they thought you were. You're not that person anymore. You can't be. You burned that version of yourself to the ground. You think that old you could have survived this far? No. He was too soft, too trusting. The world isn't for the soft-hearted. It's for those who adapt, who evolve, who grow calluses on their souls. Every time you look back, you're trying to breathe life into a corpse. Leave it buried. Regret is a chain that pulls you into quicksand. The more you struggle with it, the deeper you sink. Cut it loose. There's no saving what's already lost. There's no mending what's already shattered. You're not here to repair the past. You're here to conquer the future. And the future doesn't care about your history, your pain, your losses. It cares about your strength, your resilience, your willingness to keep going when every part of you screams to stop. You're not the same as them. You never were. That's why they couldn't stand you. That's why they tried to clip your wings. They saw something in you that they didn't see in themselves. Potential, hunger, an insatiable need to rise. No matter how many times you've been pushed down. They wanted you to look back, to get stuck in the cycle of self-pity. Don't give them the satisfaction. Don't give them a single glance. What's there to look back at? The pain, the heartbreak, the empty promises. You've replayed those scenes 1,000 times in your head. And not once has it changed the outcome. The past isn't a script you can rewrite. It's done. Let it rot. Eyes forward. Every step you take away from it is a victory. Every moment you spend looking ahead is a step towards the life they said you couldn't have. And you're not walking. You're sprinting. You're running with a fury that no one can match. Because they don't know what it's like to feel this fire, to be driven by the echoes of all the times you were underestimated.
Please take this short break from your video to support our channel by getting yourself merch. Enjoy the rest of the video.
They'll call you heartless. They'll say you become cold distant. Good, let them. They don't know what it cost you to get here, what you had to sacrifice, what you had to let go of. You don't need their approval. You never did. The only validation you need is from the face staring back at you in the mirror. And even that's not guaranteed. You're your own hardest judge. Your own fiercest critic. That's how it should be. That's what keeps you sharp. You've got one mission now. Keep moving. The road behind is littered with regrets. But the road ahead is wide open, ready to be claimed. The past has no power unless you hand it the reins. And you're not handing over anything. Not anymore. So look back for what? To remember who you were? You're not that person. You're a blade honed by the grindstone of loss and betrayal. You don't have the luxury of sentimentality. You have a purpose. a mission. And every second wasted reminiscing is a second stolen from your future. And your future, it's built on the bones of everything and everyone that tried to break you. You don't need to look back. You need to focus, to channel every ounce of pain, every drop of rage into forward momentum. You're not looking for a way out. You're carving a path through. And it's gonna be ugly, it's gonna be messy, but it's gonna be yours. A path they can't follow, a road they can't walk. You owe it to yourself to keep going, to not look back. For what? There's nothing there but ashes. And you're done playing in the ashes. You're here to start fires, to burn brighter than you ever did before.